Hey guys, welcome back to Talks with Guye, where we discuss dreams, aspirations, and hard work to inspire and ignite fire for those tuning in. Today I have Preston Harris, an incredible young man, entrepreneur, founder of Men with Dreams, a nonprofit organization, and also the owner of House of Speed. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Guye.
So let's just start off the bat. When did you know that you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
Being an entrepreneur was something that just came to me from being a little kid. I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to make buttons in the basement, and he would have me up at 10 o'clock at night pounding out buttons so we could get ready to sell them at football games. And then at the football games, he'd have me out there. And I remember one time, it was the Notre Dame game, and I'd been out there for maybe an hour, and I probably sold like 5 buttons. And he was like, "You only sold 5?" And I was like, "Sorry, Dad. You know they weren't feeling them today." And like he still like took me to go get something to eat and let me go to the game with him and stuff like that. But just having that spirit that I can create something myself and make something that's really good that people want.
And so with that, you kind of took that into your adult life. And how did you get into all these different endeavors as far as creating Men with Dreams and then being the owner of House of Speed?
Well, it's a really cool story. Men with Dreams is something that was just an idea that came to me in college. A couple of my friends we studied education together, and we always talked about what we would do differently in our educational system. And so what we wanted to do is create an organization that filled those little gaps that we saw in our educational experience. And so that's how Men with Dreams was born. I quit my job in about August of 2013, and then Men with Dreams has been rocking ever since. I took a brief hiatus for about a year, and now I'm back and ready to get back to work. And House of Speed has always been my side job through the whole time I was building Men with Dreams. That was the only thing that was bringing in consistent revenue, and I had an opportunity to purchase the business and become the owner of it and take over. And so when that opportunity presented itself, it was just a blessing. And I said, when something scares you, you got to take it. You can't just run away.
Agreed. So with all of that and having so many things to go off of, what keeps you motivated?
My motivation is I want to be the best, and I want to be known for helping the most people, and I want to leave a legacy that's in history books and that people talk about for years. And so with the organizations that I work with, everything that I do has a purpose. And with Men with Dreams, we educate youth about the power that's inside of them, and we do programs, after school leadership programs, but we also do programs in the juvenile detention center with kids who are really, really talented but have gotten in trouble. So those kids, no matter when they grow up, they're going to remember that somebody came in and talked to them and said, "Hey, you're capable of anything. All you have to do is never be average and keep moving forward." And with House of Speed, I'm a former college athlete. I played football for Concordia University, and I felt like I could have gone to the next level, but I didn't start preparing myself soon enough. And so House of Speed is that performance training that says, if you want to get to this next level, we can help you get there, but this is the work that you got to put in. And so allowing kids to see the work that they got to put in and then start seeing their own successes. And when you take a kid who's not very good and then they start getting some playing time and then they start starting and then they become all conference and start getting awards, that's a really, really big thing. And it saves parents a lot of money because that's college scholarships that they get. So it's really, really awesome.
So lead us through a day in the life of Preston.
A day in the life of Preston is wonderful. I get up, I try to do some reading, and then it's just work. It's work. Usually I'll go to Men with Dreams. Our office is in the nonprofit hub, and get some work done there, reaching out to some people just to let them know about what we do, and also networking in the community to try to make the system better for our kids. And then in the afternoons, it's always House of Speed. I'm training every night, probably 3 or 4 sessions, maybe a personal or something like that, but helping those kids achieve their dreams, but making sure I put the structure in place for Men with Dreams so that long-term people can reach their dreams as well too.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned being an entrepreneur, whether it's a failure, an accomplishment, or one of each?
Probably the biggest experience is about a year ago, I was suspended from Men with Dreams. I got a possession of marijuana ticket, and it was one of those things, like I was working on my dream, I was living my dream, and then something happened, and it changed the way people perceived me. And for a while, it changed the way I perceived myself. And my biggest thing is that you always want to fail forward. And even with that mistake, you know, so many good things have happened from it. I was able to focus on House of Speed and continue to do that, and I had to build up my confidence and my mental toughness to say that, you know, I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I do really great stuff, and I can't let what you may think about me because of this little incident affect who I am and what I'm going to get done, because I'm still going to do great stuff. It was a hard year not being at the organization that I started from scratch and that I quit my job to start, but at the same time, throughout that year, I got to find myself and who I was and get that mental toughness back. So now anything that I want, I know that it's right in front of me and that I'm going to go get it.
So being as you are a lot different than you were back then, what would you say to yourself a year or two ago?
The thing that I would say to myself is trust the process. Trust the process and be yourself. You know, one of the things about me is that I don't want to hide who I am, and I felt like I needed to do that a lot. And I don't want to say this, I don't want to offend this person, I don't want to do this, and now it's just like, you know what, I'm going to be me, and if you can't deal with me, that's on you. That's something you need to deal with, but I'm going to be me, I'm going to enjoy who I am, I'm very happy with who I am, and just loving life. And another thing is, like, sometimes you just got to go get it, and you know, when you're tough in finances and things don't look right, it's hard to be positive and say it's all going to work out. But the thing is I can make that choice to change things. And so if you want to change things, you have the power to do that. It's just about taking that step forward.
Right. I definitely agree. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Actually, I'd like to ask you a question. Like, this is really cool setup, and I know that you have your channel, and like I've really been waiting to interview with you for a while. So, you know, how did you get into this, and why is this something that you love to do?
It started off with, actually, God told me to start my YouTube channel, and I didn't want to do it for a long time because I was so worried about people judging me. What were they going to say about my channel, my videos, and I didn't know how to edit or anything. So it started off with God telling me to just start making videos. And then I was always been inspired by Oprah and the Tyra Show and Ellen, and I really loved giving a platform for people to speak and kind of give a voice to them, you know. And I was always inspired by the hosts that were going on all those other shows, and I'm like, wow, wouldn't it be beautiful if I could do that and give and inspire somebody through someone else's story? Wow. So that's why I started interviewing.
Wow, that's really dope. I mean, like, you did it because you felt something inside of you that said was calling you, and that's kind of how Men with Dreams and all this other stuff, it was like that thing that tugs at you and that won't let go. And so, like, you're living proof that when you have something that's tugging at you, you just got to follow it and just trust that it's all going to work out for you. So that's really great. I do want to say one more thing, though.
Go ahead.
Men with Dreams is a nonprofit organization. It runs off the support of people like you. It helps people reach their dreams. We want to help people find their passion and live that passion. If you want to support us, you can go to www.menwithdreams.org and click to donate. Make sure you donate, because we're entrepreneurs. Every dollar that you give helps. So if it's $5, if it's $10, if it's $1,000, give, because it makes a difference. And then if you need some training, you want to get swole, you got to shed some pounds or something, or you got a goal that you want to reach, give us a shout out at House of Speed. We're located at Abbott Sports Complex. You can find us online at www.bbhousesofspeed.com/Lincoln, or you can find us on Facebook, or give me a call sometime. I'd love to talk to you and consult with you, figure out what you want to do, and then help you get there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Thank you.
My camera randomly turned off, which is super weird. Like I said, let me know like what you took out of it, like what you could relate to, and if you want to see more chit chat, get ready with me.